Happy Monday. Welcome back to the Monday Minute. I am Rita Ernst. I am the author of Show Up Positive. I'm so happy that you are with me today. And I want to talk about one of the cards from my Show Up Positive Accelerator card deck for teams and meetings as our inspiration for this Monday that is feeling like full on spring where I am. I hope it's the same for you. If you are catching me live, please jump in the comments. Let me know you're here. If you're in the replay, hashtag replay, let me know that you stopped by to say hello. I appreciate those of you that show up week in, week out, and that share these broadcasts with others. I'm very excited to have some new people that I met this weekend who are starting to follow me and engage on my content. So it's wonderful to have you all here. So our word for today or for this week is observant. Observant is the word. And here's the meta message of what I'm thinking about when I'm thinking about show up positive and be observant. The message that we're sending is I am paying attention. And I think that we all want to feel like we matter enough that somebody's paying attention to us and what we think and what we have to say. And so there are two sides to these cards. So if you've missed any of my earlier ones, these are from my Teams and Meetings card deck. And what I actually did is I identified about, 10 situations that you commonly occur in the workplace where you might find a show up positive behavior or spark to be beneficial. For observant and particularly, I was thinking about situations where people are feeling frustrated, right? So when people are feeling frustrated, they want to know that somebody's paying attention to them and to their cares and their concerns. Also, when you're trying to build alignment within your team or get acceptance around change, that's something I'm working on right now with a client. Being observant is really important. And so what behaviors help us with being observant? It is, again, what we're trying to communicate is I'm paying attention to you. So we want messages that say, tell me more, help me understand your situation, your perspective. So here are some of the questions that I put on the card to guide you. Did I lose you? So a lot of times we are so busy sending a message to somebody else when we are talking that we fail to slow down to make sure that it's being received and it's being received and heard and understood in the way that we want. So that did I lose you or are you with me? Those are good questions that really check in with the receiver, the person that is hearing our message to make sure that we are communicating and that we're not just dumping on somebody. What are you holding back? So we're being observant. I'm not sure if I'm getting all the information from you that you really want to communicate to me. Are you holding something back? Is a way to ask kindly without really getting in somebody's face, but making space for them to bring more of what they're thinking to the table. The next one, what do you need me to understand? Think about the power of that question. Put me in your situation. What do you need me to understand? That's certainly communicating that I'm paying attention, that I'm interested in what you have to say. On what do we agree and align? You know, I've seen this over and over again. I've got over 25 years working in teams and groups inside of organizations. And so much of the time we fixate on sometimes it's the 3 to 5% of disagreement so extremely when we actually have a lot of alignment together. We have a lot of agreement. So it's often very powerful to step away from where we are in disagreement, where we don't have alignment, and remind ourselves, okay, we are so aligned around this 95%, this 97%, even 80%. If we are 80% aligned, then we're only working out the 20%, but let's not lose sight of the fact that we are actually in a large amount of agreement, and we are just sorting through the details on these other pieces. And then the last question, are we on the same page? It's a way of verifying that, we have communicated well the message that we are trying to send and that was received in the right way. Now, The flip side of the card has the little light bulb guy. I think you can see him there. These are your mindset questions. So, how do you help yourself build a mindset of being more observant in the workplace? You want to be attentive. You want to be perceptive of the larger situation around you. So, here's some questions that can help you with that. What strikes me as odd in this moment? If I'm feeling like some tension or something, like I actually had this conversation with a client today where you walk in the room and you feel there's a lot of tension going on, just say, I need to get observant. Something feels odd. What's striking me as odd? That's a good signal. You want to be more observant. If you guys are following along and this is making any sense to you, hit me up in the comments and let me know. Does the body language match the words? And sometimes even the tone that is coming at you. So, there are some things that we know about body language. When people cross their arms, that's typically a strong indicator that they are closing themselves off, even if they're nodding their heads in attention. Sometimes you can just be cold, but it's something to pay attention to. Body language and it is the body language. Are you observing in the body language that maybe there is some reticence that you need to uncover that will help you get better connected with this person? Because that's really our goal is connection in our community. Do the actions match the words? So we've all been guilty of saying one thing, but our walk and our talk are not aligned. So you're observing for that. Are you seeing alignment in the walk and talk? And are you indeed yourself staying aligned around your walk and talk, especially if you're in a leadership role? Are you observing yourself? What are we avoiding and why? This is one of the most powerful facilitation questions and coaching questions. Is what really differentiates an incredible coach and facilitator from a so-so one, is that ability to notice that white space of what are we not talking about and why are we not talking about that? Are we avoiding certain topics? And then the last piece, what are we missing? It's easy again when we're trying to get acceptance and alignment. It's easy for us to get into a track of thinking and not really elevating back and understanding from other stakeholders' points of view how they might be seeing that same situation. So, what am I missing? What else might I need to be thinking about? How can I stand in other people's shoes and get a good understanding of the situation? So, this card, observant, that's what I'm going to invite you to do this week is become a good sleuth, become more observant around you of the people and the opportunities and places to build greater agreement and alignment and strength in your team by really not just going from the surface level what you're receiving, but digging a little bit deeper and really making sure that you have good, strong connectivity with others. So that is our word for the week, observant. Let me know in the comments if you are practicing this, how it's going, if you have other questions. I hope you find this beneficial. Again, when you are sensing frustration around you, when you need to build alignment with others or acceptance, especially during times of change, observant is a show up positive spark that can really help you elevate your ability to be impactful in those situations. I will see you again next week. We'll share a new spark. And until then, please, I look forward to seeing you in my comments on my social media. And let's keep talking. Have a wonderful week. Thank you. Bye.